Mexicanas en el Mundo. As you can see, I'm back in my kitchen. I'm back in Switzerland, and today I want to share with you guys a really super duper easy recipe. It's one of these recipes that are, it's so easy, you might think, oh, it's not even worth making a video. But the thing is, if you share this dessert with someone in a party or something, they're gonna think it took you hours to make, combining a bunch of ingredients. They won't figure out it was just 3 things and it was super easy. That's why I want to share it with you. It's a really good dessert. So follow me and let's start making this delicious dessert. Okay, so I just told you guys we were going to make a dessert, but I didn't really mention what the dessert was. So what it is it's cream cheese orange flavored jello. I like using the brand Jello. It's the one with the better taste in my opinion. I like how these taste. It's a more natural flavor. It doesn't taste artificial. So I'm going to be using the orange flavored one, which is a 25-gram package. You can use whatever flavor you want. It'll turn out nice. In my opinion, with orange, it's the one that tastes the best for mixing it with cream cheese. But if you guys don't like orange, you can experiment and try with other flavors. So it's 1 orange flavored Jello package, 1 200-gram cream cheese package, 2 cups of hot water, 2 cups of cold water, and a mold. It can be a cake mold, it can be a Jello mold. It's up to you where you put it. It can be little cups, so you can transfer the liquid Jello so it solidifies in your fridge. Okay, so basically all you have to do is follow the instructions behind the Jello package. For example, this one, it says you have to pour the content into 2 cups of boiling water. Once it simmers a bit, then you add the 2 cups of cold water. Most jellos are prepared exactly the same way, so just follow whatever instructions are behind your Jello package and you're good to go. Let's start the next step. I was going to use a different mold, but somehow I always like using my Jello mold, especially since it's little, so I can make 2 and I can keep one for us and I can gift the other one to someone else. I mean, we don't eat so much dessert every day, so I opted to make this with this smaller mold. So the next step would be, you can do it, there's many ways you can do it, it's simple. One way it could be is that you transfer all the water orange flavored Jello into your blender and you blend it with the cream cheese. Then you end up with 1 just cream cheese Jello, and that's perfectly fine. You pop it in the fridge and you let it get solid. Another option is if you really have a lot of time and you want it to look really pretty, what you can do is you can make layers. So what you do then is you put in the blender half of the liquid Jello, of the water Jello, with the cream cheese, you blend it, and you leave the other half as is. Then you start putting by layers. You put one small layer, about an inch, half an inch. You put it in your refrigerator. Once it's solid, you take it out. You put the next Jello, which would be, it depends which one you put first, but you're alternating. And you keep putting it in the fridge after each layer so that it turns solid, and then you can put the next one. You can't put it all, obviously, if it's still in the water state, otherwise it'll just mix all together. But that would be option number 2. And option number 3 is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put about 1/4 of the water Jello in here, and the rest I'm going to put in the blender, mix it with the cream cheese, and I'm just going to do 2 layers. So one is a small water layer and the other one is a big cream cheese layer. And well, here's a cheat that I do. Jello usually has to be put in the fridge so that it becomes solid, but that takes quite a while. So if you're in a rush or you're just not patient, you can always put it in the freezer. It's much faster. The only issue with that is, since it's a much colder temperature, it may dry out the top, the layer of the Jello. So what you have to do is you have to be checking constantly. If you see that the top layer is starting to look a bit dry, you have to pull it out really fast from the freezer. You let it rest a little bit so that it kind of wants to start melting, but not melted fully. and then you can pour in the next level, but without letting it melt. It just has to get a bit soft so that the hardness goes away. But that would be it. Once you're finished transferring all the liquid, you can put it in the fridge if you want, or in the freezer if you're in a rush. And as I said, you just have to be checking. And to know if it's ready or not, it's just that it's solid. It's not going to get hard. It's jiggly because it's Jello. So you can touch it with your finger. If it feels like a jiggly but solid texture, it's good to eat. If it's still watery, then just leave it in there for a while longer. I'm not sure. It depends on your fridge temperature. It depends on the size of the mold. It depends on if it's a water Jello, a milk Jello, a cheese Jello, how long it takes to turn solid. But I'll tell you guys how long it took me. I'm going to do the cheat with the freezer. So let's get working. Okay, so the Jello is solid. It took about 20 minutes in the freezer, so just keep that in mind. It does take a while. If you put it in the refrigerator, it will take even longer. But now it's ready to put the next layer, so let's do that. I left the Jello in my fridge overnight. Usually some videos we do them like in the evening or towards the night, so we're tired and we want to go to bed, and these types of things, if they go in the fridge, you can just leave them overnight. There's nothing wrong with it. And of course now it's solid, so all we have to do is put it in the plate and see how it turned out and enjoy a nice piece of Jello. The Jello it's done. It came out easily. You might say, oh wow, that's little. Yeah, it is little, but these molds, they can't really fit a lot of liquid in them, so if you're using one like mine, you're gonna end up with a very teeny tiny Jello. But like you saw, I made 2 of these, the other one's still in the fridge. And well, one stays here and the other one, either my husband can take it to work, or we can share it with a neighbor, or maybe we end up eating it here also. But that's the good thing about making little ones, that if you don't want to have a lot left over, okay, you eat this and you have the other one to share with someone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch the other videos. Just click on the links and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.